Hello, Team Genesis, associates, and guests. We're grateful for you prioritizing this meeting. Let me start out with a question for our guests. What's important to you? If you're like me, and optimal health, time, and financial freedom top your list, then you'll want to pay close attention to what I'm about to share with you. Our company, CTFO, is offering a fantastic opportunity for you to become a business owner offering the highest quality CBD products through your own online store and begin building your future. And the best part is, it costs you nothing to get started. If you've ever wanted to have your own business that you can run by yourself with no employees, no physical location, and no financial investment, then listen up, because that's what I do, and I'm going to show you how you can do that too. Here's my story. A little more than a year and a half ago, I discovered CBD products and found they helped me with some pain and inflammation I was having. And I quickly realized they started helping me with a lot more than that. I joined CTFO as an independent associate and started my own business here, thinking it would be just a part-time side hustle. I thought I could just tell my friends and family about our CBD products and help them feel and sleep better and bring in some extra money at the same time. That was my plan. But when it took off so fast and quickly started paying me consistently 5 figures a month, I made a new plan and I resigned from my full-time job to focus on this exclusively. My part-time extra income gig became my full-time 100% career ever since. Now I work from home. I tell people about the wonderful array of top quality CBD products I have, and when they go to my website to buy them, I get paid. I don't inventory products, I don't take orders, I don't ship products, and I don't have to collect any money from my customers. I just tell people about the great experiences I've had with our products and direct them to my website and online store if they want to try them. I know that sounds too easy. It sounded too easy to me when I first heard about it too, so I started looking for the catch. I'm coming up on 2 years now working from home and making a lot more money than I made in my job, and I still haven't found any catch. And I've actually had over 24 years of experience in a few different business ventures, including other network marketing companies, and I can tell you that I've never seen any opportunity quite like what's being offered here. Let me get a little more specific and give you a few key pieces of information so you can get a little clearer picture of this business opportunity and how CTFO associates like me help people and make money. This is all possible, ladies and gentlemen, because our products really work. They make you think, look, and feel your best. We have 77 of the highest quality products, priced right, and backed by a total satisfaction guarantee. If you buy a product and don't think it helped you, you can return the bottle within 60 days for a full refund. We have CBD and non-CBD products, oils, lotions, sprays, skincare, pet products, and soon to be released vitamins and weight loss products, including a delicious meal replacement shake. CTFO associates can expect an immediate pay raise when your existing customers and team members begin to transfer their shopping dollars from an outside source to their own website or online store to buy the highest quality multivitamin and engineered shake available anywhere. But tonight, I want to focus on our exclusive 10X Pure CBD-a oils, and especially our newly released 10X Pure Super 1000 Gold CBD-a oil. This special oil was formulated with one thing in mind: to give fast and dramatic relief to people suffering with pain and inflammation. Is that you or anyone you know? It used to be me before I started using our CBD products. The demand for this product is so huge because it delivers a natural and affordable answer to a worldwide epidemic, pain and associated opioid abuse. In 2017 alone, here in the United States, 1.7 million people suffered the life-diminishing effects of opioid abuse. Addiction recovery expert Dr. Rick Sloan of Phoenix, Arizona, told me that 50 to 60% of opioid abuse starts with prescription drugs given to patients to address their pain conditions. That means there's a lot of people living with pain. R10X Pure Super 1000 Gold CBD-a oil can literally rescue our loved ones from the throes of pain, depression, and addiction, fast and forever. This product will be a lifesaver for many, but we need you to help us spread the word that help is on the way, and it comes in the form of a 1-ounce bottle for a little more than $100. What's in it for you will be the chance to cash in on a $600 billion industry focused on pain and inflammation remedies and earn a little extra money to a fortune here with us, helping people who need to know our answer. I hope everyone in this meeting will join me in this endeavor. I'm confident most or maybe even all of you would help someone who is suffering with pain by telling them about a product you were familiar with that could help them, and you wouldn't ask them to pay you for sharing that information. Here, we'll generously pay you when you tell people about our products and they go to your new website to buy them. So you actually can get paid for doing what most people are willing to do for free anyway. Just help us spread the word. So that's a general idea about how telling people about our products can lead to money in your pocket. Here are some more details about exactly how that part works and how you get paid. Our compensation plan is just as amazing as our products. It's unlike any pay plan I've ever seen or worked before, and it's already begun to create fortunes at CTFO in a matter of months. In a lot of other programs I've been involved with or looked into, there were gimmicks or gotchas. That's an industry term for the catch. As I mentioned earlier, I've been here a little over 1.5 years and I still haven't found any. Simply put, this program has no legs to match, no increasing personal volume requirements when you rank advance, and no forced auto ships. Your commissions are paid weekly, and a purchase of just $47.47 qualifies you for all of the commissions and bonuses available. Some associates don't even spend the $47 each month and still collect a check. That small purchase is not required, but it does entitle you to additional commissions, which is really unheard of in our industry. If you want to learn more about exactly how all of the commissions are calculated and understand all of the various built-in bonuses, I suggest going to our Team Genesis YouTube channel and watching the video training by Joe Malooly called Show Me the Money. That breaks down all the details for you if you're interested. But the simplest way to understand it is that you tell people about our products, send them to your own online store that you get for free, and when they make purchases, a part of those purchases gets deposited in your account. Now, if you think that sounds hard, or you're worried that you don't know enough about our products to be able to tell other people about them, let me mention a few easy ways to get started with some helpful training resources. Join us from your phone or computer in these meetings each Wednesday night and Saturday mornings for some great trainings. Connect your prospects to your enroller or other leaders here on interesting and effective three-way calls. Private conference calls and Zoom meetings are another way for you and your team to learn, or you can even request some private one-on-one with one of us so we can help you get off to a fast and smart start here. And last but not least, we've compiled our best video trainings and resources into a digital toolbox loaded with everything you and your team need to succeed here. I guarantee you haven't seen anything like it because it's new and it's created for the exclusive use of our Team Genesis members. CTFO is a no-cost, no-risk opportunity. You seriously have nothing to lose. At the close of our time together tonight, you can go into business for yourself, but not by yourself. If you can think of any reason why you shouldn't enroll at no cost at the end of this presentation, I want to hear about it. Please ask the person who invited you here to set up a three-way call with me to talk about that, because I couldn't find any reason not to do it. And I wouldn't trade the lifestyle I have now, working from home, to go back to my old job. Now it's time for you to meet our special guest. But before I bring him up, let me tell you a little about him. Jim Sapp lives in Atlanta, Georgia. He and his wife of 40 years have 2 children and 3 grandchildren. Jim has an impressive work history, working for several years as a missile software engineer for the well-known Fortune 500 company, Boeing. 3 months before the plant he worked at closed, Jim left to pursue an entrepreneurial opportunity with another network marketing company and built his business the old school way, going door to door. Then Jim leveraged the power of the internet in the 90s and started promoting and managing his business online. He still receives a royalty check from that company that he joined way back in 1995. That's a great example of residual income, where you continue getting paid from a business you built long ago. Jim made that switch from corporate America to network marketing many years ago, and he's been able to apply what he's learned during his career to become a top performer here at CTFO, winning first place in last year's contest for enrolling the most associates with active orders, 58 in 2 months, which earned him a big check for $3,000 at our Gala event in Las Vegas. He's here with us tonight to share how he did that and provide us with some valuable insights and experience that can help us all enroll more new active associates. Welcome to this webinar, Jim, and thank you for being with us tonight.
Well, thank you, Janet. I'm glad to be on the call. I'm real excited to be here. This is a lot of fun. That's the thing about this business versus a job. The thing about a job is they're not a whole lot of fun, but they give you a paycheck. But this business is a tremendous amount of fun. It's that's what I've liked about it ever since I got started way back in 1995.
And so having fun was the biggest motivation for you to transition out of corporate America into network marketing, Jim?
Well, no, at the time I just wanted to make $400 or $500 a month extra, and that was my way to do it. I didn't want to get another job, so I thought I'd try that. And I tried one company most people probably heard of, tried it for 6 months and did okay. But then I saw something which clicked with me, and I said, wow, I think I can do that. And so I got started with that. Started slow. I didn't exactly start off with a bang. I think the first 2 months I made $36, and I'd put about 100 hours worth of effort into that. So I guess I calculate that at 36 cents an hour. But I had a vision, and that is so key, because if I hadn't had a vision, I figured, okay, if I keep doing this, this will work. This will work. This will work. And I'll get into more of that later. But this will work. And well, 17 months later, I hit doing this part-time. I cracked $10,000 for the month.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you ever see yourself working from home, making that kind of money at the beginning of your career?
No, never. I figured I'd be 65, whatever, and I'd retire from a company, a corporate company, and that'd be it.
Yeah. What do you think about the creativity here, where you get to kind of create your day and actually create your way in how you market this program? Do you enjoy that, or is that drudgery to you?
Well, 98% of it's fun. Yeah, every now and then you get into some things, which, but that's the nature of everything. But by far, the vast amount of time is just fun, because you can create something, you can do something which pays almost immediate dividends, or quickly pays dividends, which you could never do when I worked for Boeing. I could never do that. And the best I could do, then I'd ask for a raise, and he'd I remember my one boss saying, well, it's my job to get the most amount of work out of you for the least amount of money.
Right. Yeah, that's the theme throughout corporate America. Have you had a chance, Jim, to make friends? You've had a long career, a successful career. I love to see how this industry tends to knit good people together. Have you made good friends in your time in network marketing?
Oh, yeah. Well, Klauss, for example. I made a lot of good friends. I would say that today, most of my friends I guess are in network marketing. I'm trying to think of who is, and I guess some of my family members and so forth that aren't in with me. But I guess today I would say about all my friends are in network marketing.
If we pull this into CTFO specifically, Jim, why did you enroll in this program in January of 2018? Then, as an experienced and successful network marketer, what did you see here that made you say yes?
Well, I got a call from Klauss Urbanek, who I'd known for about 20 years. We'd been in a couple other companies together, and I had a lot of trust in Klauss. And so we had been talking about doing something else at the end of 2018. And then this came along. I think you had given Klauss a call. And so he gave me a call, and I had a lot of trust in him. So it wasn't hard to say yes.
What did you think about when Klauss proposed this? I think you told me he didn't know much about, or that you didn't know much about CBD, but you trusted Klauss. He had done his research on CBD. He was pretty excited about it, did his research on the company and the owners. And he comes to you and he says, hey, Jim, this thing costs you nothing. It's free to sign up. How important was free to get you unstuck and moving forward to any degree at the start?
Free was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had no objections to that.
Yeah. In a second, I'm going to ask you to tell us about winning last year's first CTFO contest, Jim, because we have another convention coming up here in November with contests going on right now. And I know many of us would love to win some extra money. So let me quickly line out the contests for our guests here tonight. The first contest, any associate who achieves the rank of a 5K executive manager for the first time will receive a $250 award. But if the winners show up at the regional event, they'll pick up an additional $250 for a total of $500. Next, we're running a contest that will reward the associates with the most personally enrolled first-time 5K executive managers. The first place winner will win $3,000, second place $2,000, and the third place $1,000. And the third contest rewards associates with the most personally enrolled associates at the convention. First place wins $1,000, second place $750, and third place $500. So with that, Jim, tell us, what do you think associates will take away from attending our Reno regional event in November? And also, please tell us, based on your experience, how do we win those contests?
Well, the biggest thing I think they can get out of it is hopefully to develop a vision if they don't already have one there. It's so important. You've got to have a vision. Like I mentioned earlier, when I got started in that one company, if I had no vision after putting 100 hours into making $36, I wouldn't have stayed. If you don't have a vision, well, the Bible says, for lack of a vision, the people perish. And so it's important that you have that. Something has got to get you to see that, whether it's one of these conference calls or it's a recording of a conference call or going to the event. Something has got to trigger something in your mind that says, hey, I can do that. Aha, I can do that. As far as the contest, here's my big honking check they gave me.
Oh, that is great, Jim. Tell us, you had a hard time getting that on the airplane to get home from Vegas to Atlanta, right?
I had trouble getting it through the airport, and then when I got to the airplane, I said, "Where can I stow this thing?" And the flight attendant in the front of the airplane goes, "Well, I can stow it in here." It's a good thing it wasn't winter because people put their winter coats in there, so there was a lot of room in there. But anyway, but I got started, quite frankly, several months before the contest. When I saw this back in about 3 months before the contest started, I just started running and just looking to enroll people. And then I'd ask them for an order, follow up, and do that. And then when they announced the contest, I remember saying, darn, because I remember I just enrolled 3 people, like the day before. I said, man, if I'd known they were going to have this contest, I'd have saved them a day to put them in the contest. But I guess it didn't matter. But so when the contest started, I was kind of rocking and rolling already. And but then I remember about a month into it, Klauss said, I think, Jim, you got a good shot at winning one of the top 3 prizes. At that point, I said, okay, well, let me see if I can do any more. And I maybe stepped it up a little bit.
Wow. Leave it to Klauss to egg you on.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah. I know you had shared with me, Jim, that it became critically important to you that throughout the day you were doing income producing activities. And I'd really like you to talk to that today. Some of us think we're working hard, but we're just really doing busy work. What is an IPA or income producing activities mean to you here in CTFO? What does that look like?
Oh, one more thing. I also was pretty lucky. I was pretty blessed to God that when I got to the gala, I also won a raffle for another $500 because I had so many entries in the raffle. Basically, every person you signed up, you got an entry. And so I had the most entries, so I won another $500.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. You walk away with a $3,500 purse. That's amazing.
So as far as income producing activity, basically you got to think about basically the only way you make money, you got to get somebody to order. And then they got to maybe talk to somebody else who gets them to order and so forth. So your income producing activities have got to be focused around what is going to take. Well, first of all, you got to get them signed up, but that's relatively easy because it's a free sign up. But then you got to get them to order. So typically, once you get them signed up, one of the first things you should be asking them is, what's the first product you plan on purchasing? Or have you thought about what's the first product you plan on purchasing? When do you plan on purchasing that product? And you try to get a commitment out of them at that point. Because if you just leave it the chance that they might order or whatever, who knows what they'll procrastinate and do. They may never order.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is follow up with them, after you talk to them the first time. Because basically, and then basically show them some steps that they can do as far as bringing other people in and getting them to, of course, stress the importance of an order, and then stress the importance of follow up, because that is so key. They've always said the expression, the fortunes in the follow up, and it truly is.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't follow up, you're leaving it to chance, basically.
Yeah, I like what you say about how you're guiding that person into making a purchase early on, and for 2 reasons, Jim. I know it's true that people get less excited, not more excited over time. And the second reason for that is you and I both know that people's passion to push past the little bit of discomfort or dis-ease when they first come in here because they don't know everything, they get over it when they're all jacked up and excited because they've had their own health turnaround that matters so much to them. So I think it's really important that we nudge people into what you and I both know will best serve them on a couple different levels. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. On a broader view, Jim, what should we do and what should we avoid doing in order to succeed here?
Well, first of all, like I mentioned earlier, it starts with a vision. When you first get in, you've got to do whatever you can do to immerse yourself in the conference calls, in the recordings, and whatever you can look at, the things online, the videos, something that so it clicks in your head that there's really something here. As I mentioned earlier, the Bible says that people perish for lack of a vision. A story I've always loved is about Epcot Center. And when Epcot Center opened, a reporter was there and he asked Roy Disney, Walt Disney's brother, is it too bad that Walt couldn't be here today to see this? And Roy Disney kind of smiled and grinned and he said, hey, Walt saw this way before you or me did. If he hadn't, we wouldn't be here today.
Oh, that's a good one. That's so true, Jim. That is so true. What a great visionary he was, a great model for us. Give us some other tips on do's and don'ts for what we need to be doing in order to succeed here.
Well, there again, I've never seen a person in this business that succeeded that didn't have a vision for what can be done. You basically have got to do things that build your confidence. And we'll get more into that. You had a question about confidence there. But I see people doing things that don't enhance their confidence. And every successful person I've observed over the last 24 years, and as an engineer, I would observe things. And every successful person, I see confidence. I'll occasionally get a call from somebody that says, I can't enroll anybody, or nobody will buy from me. And I can hear it in their voice. I hear, God, there's lack of confidence. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm kind of biting my lip. It's like, well, yeah, I wouldn't buy from you either. The way you're talking, there's no confidence in your voice. You're not making me think the products are very good or something's very good. So, but there are things you can do. There are things that you can do that can really build that confidence. And that's so huge. Think of it like this, when you were in high school or something, or high school or college, and there was always this guy there that he'd ask a pretty girl out and she'd go right out with him, And it's like, man, it's like he had confidence oozing out of his pores. This guy, man, he's really cool. And then you think of the guy who goes up to this girl and he has no confidence. He finally musters all this confidence to go up to her and ask her out. And he goes, you wouldn't want to go out on a date with me on Friday night, would you? Before she could even say anything, he goes, I didn't think so. You've got to do the things that build confidence. One of the things you can do is don't, like friends and family. I see this mistake done all the time where somebody will try to recruit their friends and family for the business standpoint. They'll go after them from the business standpoint. And two things can go wrong essentially there. One being that you're essentially kind of putting them on the spot, like they don't want you to think that they need the money. Okay, so that could factor in where you're kind of making them think that they need the money. So, and they don't want to let you know they need the money, which oftentimes they do. But the second thing is people need to lead with the business and lead from a referral standpoint, because when you lead from a referral standpoint, you don't get, there was an expression, if you'd asked a girl, I remember when I was younger, if you'd asked a girl out and she told you, I said, no, Jose, I'm not going to go out with you. We'd call that getting shot down. So you don't want to get shot down. So basically to avoid doing that, if you were going to be asking a girl for a date in high school, you might say, instead of, hey, Laura, would you like to go out to the dance on Friday night? You might say, well, Laura, I'm trying to get a date for the dance on Friday night. Do you have any of your friends who may be interested in going out with me if don't have a date? Now, if she was interested.
You're good, Jim Sapp. You're a good one.
If she was interested in you, she'd go, oh, I don't have a date. Oh, great, Laura. Well, you'd like to go out with me. Now, if she's not interested in you, that's how you kind of find out if they're interested in you or not. Then she might go, and at that point, she kind of hesitates. You say, well, if you think about it for a couple of days, you'll probably come up with something. Well, the same thing too with your family members. If you basically say, hey, I found this incredible new product. This product's absolutely amazing as far as pain and inflammation. It's the best natural product in the last 75 years. It's an amazing, amazing product. Tell me, anybody that either have health issues or pain issues, back pain, knee pain, ankle pain, any of that, of somebody who could really use this product. Now, what have you just done? What you've just done is you basically told them that you have this great product, but you haven't actually asked them. If they're interested themselves, they're going to go, well, I might be interested in that. Or they may give you the referral, which is great. And if they say they do give you the referral, call my buddy Bob Smith. And you call Bob Smith and Bob Smith, is not interested. Well, at that point, you didn't lose confidence that Bob Smith turned you down. No, it was a bad referral. Mm-hmm. The guy gave you a bad referral. It wasn't you that you didn't talk to them correctly. You were given a bad referral. And so you don't lose the confidence aspect of that.
What a great strategy and a great way to frame that. And you talk about the importance, as you just mentioned, that's not a rejection to you. And so there we can kind of protect our spirit while we're building up confidence and starting to know the inroads of succeeding here. Can we circle back around, Jim, before we wrap up our time? First, I wanted to ask you to clarify for us, when you're talking to your warm market friends and family, do you want an inexperienced associate? Would it be your recommendation that they lead with the product or the business opportunity?
There again, I would lead with the product unless they're an experienced business person. Because, the other factor there might be, they're talking to their brother-in-law and their brother-in-law's thinking, wait a minute, you've talked to me 5 times about other businesses and each one of those failed. How's this going to be any different? So unless you have think of it like this, if you're going to a bank, you've got this great product idea and you want $50,000 from the bank or some capital investor to loan you this $50,000. Well, if you go to them and you pitch them, I got this great idea for this product, and then they say, well, what's your business plan? Well, I'm going to wing it. Problem comes up, I'll solve it. Well, you're not going to get this $50,000. If you don't go to those people, now if you got a whiz bang laid out in detail business plan, how you're going to do this, and this, then you might go to them from the business standpoint, because now you really got they're seeing you're on solid ground if you have a really good business plan. But to the new person, and most people don't have that though. So I would lead with the product, and I would lead with the referral standpoint.
Love it, both those things. Both great tips. On the do's and don'ts of doing good business to succeed on the playing field here at CTFO, I want to touch on a couple things before we run out of time here. You talked about do listen, and then talk about, if you would, that sign. Imagine a sign on people's forehead. Would you share that with our viewers today, please?
Well, everybody kind of has an unwritten sign on their forehead, which says, make me feel important. So if you think of that and you make that other person feel important, guess what? You ever had a time when you meet somebody and you've never met them before in your life, but after 5-10 minutes, it's like, wow, I really like this guy. Well, we really hit it off, and it's like, man, I can do business with this guy. You've had those occasions. Well, usually it's because they've done things to make you feel important or whatever. Right. Don't try to compete with that person. Too often, that's another success tip. Don't try to, practice listening. Practice listening to the point where you don't immediately want to respond with, but I've done this, which is better. If they're telling you about a car they used to have, don't pipe in, well, I used to have this car, Now you might eventually work that in to show, that you got some, camaraderie there. Mm-hmm. Don't come out try to compete with them in that regard, because that can be disastrous and you can turn them off and so forth. Another thing that's
either a flaming ego or an inexperienced sales professional that would do that. But that's a great tip. And then, so when you're talking about being a great listener, you and I shared in our pre-meeting time, that means don't do what? Don't vomit up on other people. So you want to reference about how that feels to be excited and new here and turn people off. Like, you want to embellish on that a little for us?
Yeah, I like to use a story. Don't get married on the first date. And I like to tell a story about a guy who, he finally asked this girl out. Because I see network marketing in a way, it's kind of like that, because you're always meeting people, talking to people, and so forth. So he asked this girl out. She says yes. And you're like, oh man, I got a date. This is so cool, man. And then you're on the first date there, and you kind of let it slip. Wow, you're the first girl who's ever agreed to go out with me. So you must really like me. Wow, I've got this. How would you like to meet my family next weekend? And then the week after that, we can plan the wedding. How many kids would you like? So you're just you're going from first base all the way. So people have a habit of somebody shows interest in their business, that they kind of start vomiting. Kind of like, and the other aspect of that is, say you're telling somebody about this product, it's Super Gold 1000, and you know how great it is, and they come back with you with, oh, gee, was there an income opportunity available with that? The one thing you don't want to do is all of a sudden like, oh my God, this is my ticket, man, this is my way in, and you start going, holy crap, I got this guy here. Well, there sure as heck is. My God, they got these PSPs. You can get extra profit positions. Holy cow. A friend of mine just started 3 months ago. I think next week he's going to be in Forbes 500 for one of the richest guys in the USA. You know, and it's like, no, you want to instead just simply come back to them with a question. Just ask a question. This is the thing Klauss uses all the time. Just simply ask it. Why? Is that something you would be interested in? You could use some extra money. And that way you control the conversation. You control the conversation. It does wonders for your confidence. And then, of course, if they say yes, you say, well, we don't really have time to talk about that today, but can we set up a time for tomorrow or one that we can set up and talk about that aspect? So don't start just vomiting on people. Stay in control of the situation, and you'll find you'll get much further ahead if you do that.
Boy, Jim, all of this was just incredibly valuable and just great gems you shared with us tonight. And we could just go on, but we got to wrap up tonight's presentation. And I want to thank you, Jim, for clearing your schedule to be here tonight and selflessly sharing your straightforward and valuable insights with all of us. I know I'm ready to start reapproaching some of the people in my warm market and just sharing some of the product stories and asking them for referrals. I love that idea, and that makes a lot of sense and doesn't allow for rejection. And that's just one of the great tips that I picked up from you tonight. So thank you. And so you heard about our business opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, and you've seen an example of two people here who are living life on their terms, helping people discover the benefits of our amazing CBD products and making a full-time income and business out of that. This is set up in a way that you can do that too, and I hope you will. You can be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, starting right now. Just follow up with the person who invited you to this meeting and let them know you'd like to get your own free website and online store and get started as an entrepreneur offering the hottest product in the world today. Two quick announcements before we go. First, please be sure to call into the corporate conference line tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, to hear a special announcement from our company owners. And finally, we look forward to coming together again this Saturday for a powerful 30-minute training session with industry icon and EVP Klaus Urbanek. See more details in an email that will be coming out to you later this week. Hope to see you then. Good night, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.